to Heat, everybody. We've got a new WWE champion.
The following is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring first at a combined weight of 532 pounds, they are the World Tag Team Champions, Cade and Trevor Murdoch.
Alongside Jonathan Coachman, my name is Todd Grisham. You're looking at the World Tag Team Champions. But how about the historic night at No Mercy?
We thought throughout the night that Triple H certainly would walk out of there the WWE Champion. That did not happen. And now young Randy Orton, for the second time in his career, at the top of the mountain. How long will he stay there? That's the big question.
Well, the first time it was what, about 17 minutes? He was given the title by Mr. McMahon, and then Triple H won it from him before Orton won it back.
Introducing next at a combined weight of 470 pounds, the team of Super Crazy and Hacksaw, Duggan.
Now this is a rather odd pairing, but if somehow SC Squared and Hacksaw Jim Duggan can pull off a win this week against the World Tag Team Champions, what a win that would be, but also that would have to vault them in the #1 contendership.
Certainly so, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan fired up and ready to go in this crowd behind Super Crazy and the man with the 2x4.
Certainly a legend, and if you're talking about Super Crazy, a legend in the making as far as the Latino crowd is concerned. Well, this is kind of interesting. They're chanting USA, but yet Hacksaw's tag team partner is from Mexico.
Well, you know, I've always been a big proponent of, you know, we have a big problem here with illegal immigration. Let Hacksaw and Super Crazy work it out. You know?
You think that's going to do something for illegal immigration? I don't think President Bush is going to be calling you anytime soon.
Well, I tell you, if Hacksaw can't solve the world's problems, then where does that leave the rest of us?
You know, that is a very good point. But getting back to your talking about the WWE Champion, as this late arriving crowd here with quizzical looks on their face like, what are we watching?
It's tag team action.
Yes, it is.
Involving two rednecks, a Mexican, and a hacksaw.
There you go. Now, I said for several months that eventually Randy Orton would win the WWE title back from John Cena. Now, he did that, but in a roundabout sort of way. And in all honesty, I do feel bad about the severe injury that John Cena underwent, and he's going to be out for a very long time due to that severe pectoral tear.
Well, 8 to 12 months is the initial diagnosis. John Cena was on Raw this past week via satellite, and looked like he was in pretty good spirits considering everything. Whoa! Nice hip toss by Lance Cade and a big elbow. It misses. But Cena said, you know what? Maybe change is good. Hold on. Shoulders down. Maybe change is good. You know, Cena had been the champion for more than a year. Now it's Orton's time. Let's see what he does.
Wow, I tell you what, Lance Cade looks very good early on in this matchup, but so does Super Crazy.
Nice monkey flip by Super.
Now, I've said for a long time, John Cena's schedule has been crazy. He's been the top person in the company, no doubt about that. And you never want him to have time off in this fashion, but maybe it'll be good for him. He'll get fresh. Uh-oh, wait a second.
Shoulders down again, and this time,
and he'll come back better than he's ever been. Who knows?
Well, Triple H just returned from his torn quadricep. He looks better than ever, so it's not beyond the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
And look out. Here comes the big boy from New York. Hacksaw stomping around.
If anybody came in this week with any lack of energy for Heat, I think that's gone right out the window, because Hacksaw, no matter what show he's on, no matter where he's at on the card, always seems to have a good time and brings a lot of energy to the table.
What's this got to be like for Trevor Murdoch? He grew up watching Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This has got to really be intimidating for the Redneck Wrecking Crew. Look at those big rights.
Yeah, there are a lot of guys on this roster who grew up idolizing Hacksaw, and now they get the privilege of being in the ring with him, but I don't think they thought, what a drop kick. They thought it would be like this after so many years that Hacksaw would have so much left in the tank.
Lance Cade now back in. And Cade, a really big fella, but compared to Hacksaw, he looks average. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, despite the decades of being in the ring.
You just said Lance looks average compared to Hacksaw?
Well, I'm talking about
size. Is that what you just said?
I mean, strength.
I think Lance looks very, very much bigger than Hacksaw.
Oh, come on.
What are you looking at?
He's more cut, perhaps.
I'll make sure that I let Lance know what you said.
Lance Cade watches the program. He's a big fan of Todd Grisham.
Sure he is.
Tells me every week.
Yeah, he is.
Shoulders down. You know, a lot of teams gunning for Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch right now, most namely the Highlanders, who've really made it known that they want their title shot and they want it now.
And they are a team that, quite frankly, deserves it. And as this entire roster gets set to head overseas in a big European tour coming up, and the Highlanders would like nothing better than to come back to the United States as the tag team champions.
Well, certainly they will have some fans over in the United Kingdom as Raw emanates from Birmingham, England this Monday.
I've had a lot of good times in Birmingham over the years. Of course, it changes now a little bit with the situation I'm in at home, but they can't take those times away.
Well, I've had some good times in Birmingham too, but mine were in Birmingham, Alabama. Maybe we can make some memories this week on Raw.
Let's make a memory.
Hacksaw now firing at those ribs of Trevor. That can't feel good, nor could that suplex.
Let's make a piece of time. Wow, one of these two men needs to get up and get a tag, because I think that suplex took a lot out of both men.
Who can reach their partner first? Will it be Cade or will it be Jim Duggan? Well, they both make the tag, and in comes Super Crazy.
A very fresh Super Crazy. Oh, what a shot.
A super fresh Super Crazy who's looking super good right now.
I said off the top, if they can beat the tag team champions, what a win that would be.
Nice takedown by Super and a shot right to the chest of Trevor Murdoch, and now a baseball slide sends Cade down.
Oh,
and
no.
Look out! Oh!
Wow! And nearly stayed on his feet.
A springboard moonsault by the luchador, and right now the tag team champions have no answer.
And that's all well and good, but you've got to defeat the tag team champions inside the ring. Now Super Crazy needs to bring something to the table inside.
Whoa! And Trevor illegally helping his teammate. Now Hacksaw going after Trevor Murdoch. Look out, Cade. Oh, boy. Wow.
That should be it.
There's the strength that Lance Cade possesses, and it results in a win.
Man. The winners of this match, the World Tag Team Champions, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch.
You knew it wasn't going to be easy, but you gotta believe it was a lot harder than even Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch thought it would be. Hard-fought win, to say the least.
So Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade, after a few scary moments, showed you why they are the World Tag Team Champs.
Oh yes, the man, the myth, the legend, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and it looks like for the second week in a row, he will be teaming with Super Crazy.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 470 pounds, Super Crazy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I said this a week ago, that this is a very unorthodox tag team, but if successful, I can see it working. Normally you don't see Hacksaw Jim Duggan with anything but the American flag, and this week though, I guess what's the saying? When you're in Rome, do what the Romans do. But So we're in England, so do what the English do.
Wow, we knew Hacksaw was a great patriot, but who knew he was an ambassador for international relations?
Well, he really is. He has been for years. Fans all over the world love the man, and they also are big fans of Super Crazy, who hails from Mexico.
Looks like Hacksaw has something to say here.
See? A little more crazy like that. See? Come on, baby, from the heart. See? See?
I certainly hope that does not catch on. Because that will drive me crazy.
You know you want to join
No,
in.
I really don't want to join in.
At a combined weight of 497 pounds, they are the self-proclaimed world's greatest tag team, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin.
Now, I wouldn't mind joining in with these two guys who I'm big fans of. Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, two guys that are in tremendous shape and truly are, in my opinion, the world's greatest tag team. They just haven't been given the shots that they deserve. And this is not going to be easy pickings when you talk about Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy. And I hope that Shelton and Charlie don't take these two lightly, because if they do, there could be an upset in this week's main event.
We talk about contrast of styles. Boy, what a contrast in this match. You got the ground and pound of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the high-flying tactics of Super Crazy, and who many consider to be two of the best athletes in the WWE, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas.
And I think they are. I think that's certainly not an understatement at all to say that these two are two of the greatest athletes. Shelton Benjamin has been one of the very few that has taken a very successful amateur career and parlayed it into a successful pro career. But Charlie Haas has done the same thing.
Benjamin, the two-time All-American at the University of Minnesota. Haas, the Big East champion from Seton Hall, but right now, that amateur background is no help against the experience of Hacksaw.
Hacksaw has years and years of experience, so he can take the best mat grappler, and if he can get them off their game, he knows exactly how to get the job done.
Here comes the high flyer now. Great double team by this hodgepodge of a tag team.
Whoa. Hodgepodge of a tag team?
Well, you got to admit, they're total polar opposites.
That's something that I would say. Not that I don't appreciate you saying it, but I'm not so sure Hacksaw and Super Crazy would appreciate that.
Yeah, I got the utmost respect for both of those guys, that's for sure.
They've written down this thank you for me to say, because obviously I would never write anything down. But we want to thank all of our great fans in the UK for showing us such a great time, and we can't wait to come back. I believe we're coming back in April 2008 for another edition of Raw and SmackDown and several live events.
Well, Coach, that was very nice of you. You came on very sincere.
Thank you. I tried to make it sincere, even though it really wasn't.
But the UK has been one of the hottest spots of all for the WWE for many years. I mean, many consider that 92 SummerSlam in Wembley Stadium, where 80,000 fans showed up. Many consider that to be one of the greatest events ever.
Yeah, people still talk about it.
Sunset Flip.
You know, this week you can, speaking of Wembley Stadium, and if you go to WWE.com, they've got, certain things from, coverage of all of our superstars and in Europe the last couple of weeks and what they've been up to, and you can see what Europe has to offer. And right now, Super Crazy knows what a shot Europe has to offer, because Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin are really taking out their frustrations on what I like to call SC Square.
Super Crazy. I thought he was out cold. Man, what a vicious kick to the head. Oh, looks like Haas is going to inflict some more punishment as these two make such good use of the time they do both have in the ring.
Well, they really are, two guys that know each other very well, and I think they are starting to get pretty frustrated, though, because of the lack of chances that they have been given for those World Tag Team Championships.
Tag into Charlie Haas, another double team maneuver. And as they continue to wear down Super Crazy. Oh, Shelton Benjamin with some body scissors, trying to squeeze the life out of Super Crazy, and Super Crazy needs to get a tag off to Hacksaw big time.
No, he does. Hacksaw is right now hasn't been in the match very much. He's very fresh. Super Crazy has been worn down. He's been on the mat for several minutes, and they need to get this crowd behind them, and Hacksaw needs to get into the match.
This is where the weight and the strength advantage of Benjamin comes into play. Keep in mind, Super Crazy, only 5'8", 200 pounds. But boy, he sure can fight back.
Yeah, he can. He's very compact, and for his stature and how his body is made up, he's very athletic.
Benjamin missing, nobody home. Oh! Double high cross body. I'm not sure who got the worst of that one. We'll see who can make it to their partner first.
Well, it's pretty obvious that Super Crazy got the worst of it, as Shelton Benjamin is able to get Charlie Haas in. Now just measuring Super Crazy, and Hacksaw is doing his best to try and distract the referee.
Oh! Vicious kick to the back. This could be it. 1, 2. Hacksaw and Crazy trying to pull off a win. They were unsuccessful last week against the tag team champions, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. It's Charlie Haas now into an abdominal stretch.
Well, and we thought after that cross body that Super Crazy might be able to get Hacksaw into the match. That's not the case. So in my very professional opinion, this match is going to be over very, very soon.
Fans really trying to get behind the luchador from Mexico as Haas continues to, wow! Here comes
there's
Hacksaw.
a tag that I didn't think was going to happen.
2 fresh men in, here we go. Hold on, everybody. Hacksaw with the old 1-2, delivering the jabs. Into the corner. Oh, big hip toss.
Well, Hacksaw was fresh, and he needs to finish off Shelton if he is able to, because the longer this goes, the worse it is for Hacksaw. But can he set it up right here, right now?
Looking for that Patriot Lariat 3-point stance. Oh, he hit it, coach.
It could be over.
No!
Well, that's why you're the world's greatest tag team. You save your opponent at the very last minute.
What a save by Charlie Haas. This match will continue. Looked like it was over. Now we've got all 4 men in the ring. The official has lost control. Haas goes to the outside of the ring. Shelton Benjamin trying to set Hacksaw up into the corner. Here comes Benjamin. Nobody home. Roll up by Hacksaw.
This would be a huge win, and it is! Wow.
So Hacksaw and Super Crazy pull off the unlikely win.
There's got to be something in the water for these two to come across the pond and knock off 2 athletes the caliber of Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. What a huge loss for those two, but wow, what a big win for Super Crazy and Hacksaw.
What an unbelievable matchup from start to finish. I don't think we've seen the last of this one. Folks, what a show we've seen here on Heat. For the executive assistant, Jonathan Coachman, keep it up.
The ho means Hacksaw, and the Mexican flag means Super Crazy.
Team contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 470 pounds, the tag team of Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Super Crazy.
Did Lillian just forget who was standing in front of her?
He's an opposing man.
What a
Hacksaw.
shock. Oh, wait a second, Grisham. We got to be quiet. No, we really don't want more.
C.
And making their way to the ring from Owen, Scotland, at a combined weight of 34 stone, Robbie and Rory, the Highlander.
Did my life just stand still there for about a couple of minutes?
C. Well, the Highlanders used to have a smile on their face, used to come skipping down to the ring and, you know, just want to have a good time. Now, they look like they're ready to destroy somebody.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Get into it.
I refuse to get into it. I'm here to do a job. It's not to chant USA. It's not to chant Ho. It's not to chant C. It's just to see my way out of here. But I'm trying to figure out the looks on the faces of all four of these men, because we know 3 of the 4 are crazy, and Super is just super crazy.
Wow, the Highlanders in no mood to play games at all. They want to get a win, and they want to get it right now.
Well, I think in recent weeks we've seen the Highlanders, we've seen the Highlanders really take seriously the fact that they want to once again become the #1 contenders to the World Tag Team Championships that, of course, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch hold as of this moment.
Ooh. Clubbing forearm there by Robbie into the chest of Super Crazy. The Highlanders believe they are the best in the tag team business right now. Whoa. Wow. And have frankly looked pretty good the last couple of weeks.
It always amazes me how athletic Super Crazy really is. Does not have the best physique. Doesn't look like he can do a lot of the things that he is capable of. But when he gets inside the ring, he really does some fantastic stuff.
You can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't judge a luchador by his spandex tights, I assume.
That was stupid.
Proper analogy to use there.
Good effort.
Here comes Rory for the first time. One-on-one against Hacksaw here.
I've always wondered if Hacksaw has anything. Does he know any other words? I mean, when he's at home with his wife, does he... Honey, USA.
Blocking the left, bringing it right. Look at those big guns firing on Rory.
Well, that's something that's not going to affect him at all. I mean, try something else, Hacksaw, because if you do your homework, you know that Rory and... Wait a second. No.
A shot right to the ribs. Is there anybody that delivers a bigger punch than Hacksaw?
Well, I mean, throughout the years, he really has been a guy that's been known to have an iron fist. And the consummate performer and entertainer is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Wait a second, are the fans catching on?
Oh, double back elbow, down goes Rory.
Could we see a shirt in the future that has Ho on the front, C in the back?
That, I don't know, a 2 count. And I wonder if Super Crazy, whoa, nice turnover and 2. I wonder if Super Crazy would prefer the crowd to chant Mexico as opposed to USA.
I don't know, maybe you should ask him in a backstage exclusive WWE.com interview. That's something Grisham could do. After the show, let's get that done and ask him.
I'll see what I can do. I don't know if he'd understand the question, though. I don't know. Whoa!
I'm not so sure you would understand the answer.
A couple of big shots by Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Stay tuned. This match continues. We're back on heat. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy taking on Rory and Robbie in tag team action. And right now, the Highlanders getting the better of this match. But just as I say that, here comes Jim Duggan.
Yeah, the Highlanders really had taken the upper hand, and Hacksaw was down. And at this stage of his career, the longer a match goes, the worse it is for Hacksaw. I'm not saying he's out of shape. That's just the way it is. But Hacksaw is digging down deep, has a lot of heart, as we know, but he needs to tag in.
Shoulders down, hold on.
He needs to tag in Super Crazy.
Super Crazy's always ready to get involved as Rory gets slapped in by Robbie, and ooh, kick right to the ribs of Big Hacksaw.
Well, again, just when you thought that Hacksaw was going to make somewhat of a comeback, the Highlanders right back on top of it.
You know, it was about a year ago when we saw Hacksaw for the first time in a long time. Many people thought Jim Duggan was just coming in to make a farewell swan song, have a couple of matches, scream a couple of hoes, shake a couple of hands. But here he is.
Did you say scream a couple of, scream. Oh,
scream,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
But here he is in the main event on Heat.
It's amazing how far his career has come getting in the main event here on Heat. And if he continues to do well and he continues to have this tag team effort with Super Crazy, who knows how far they can go.
Super Crazy trying to get this crowd involved. Hacksaw needs their support right now, and he's getting it.
He says, ask him, would you?
Does Hacksaw want to give up? I can assure you the answer will be no.
I could have swore that the referee's name was Marty, but maybe it is would you?
Hacksaw trying to get to that vertical base, and there he is.
He's up and he's throwing him, but he needs to get to his corner. Great job by the Highlanders keeping Hacksaw in their corner.
Hacksaw firing away now. Ooh. He's going to take on both of them. The entire country of Scotland's getting beat up.
He's just throwing haymakers, Grisham. Just throwing haymakers.
Wow, Hacksaw has just been beaten to an American pulp. The leg is hooked. And man, Hacksaw just looks like he's in another time zone right now.
He really does. What can he do to get his tag team partner in?
Come on, Rory. Come on. Kill the old man.
Rory says thumbs up. I don't think so. Stomping away on the man wearing blue. Right to the corner. And Hacksaw has been taking just so much abuse, and Super Crazy's not had the opportunity to do anything about it.
Well, this crowd's doing their best, Grish, to get behind Hacksaw, but he's been in this match for a really long time. Oh!
The spin move.
Hey, a spin move, and
there's a tag.
The swan move with the tag, Grish.
Here comes the luchador. Springboard drop kick.
Robbie wasn't even paying attention.
Oh my! Super kicked out and kicked Rory. There's bodies going everywhere. Flying Scotsman galore. Another drop kick. Moonsault.
Wow, right in the chest.
Is that going to do it? No. I tell you what, Super did plenty of damage, but has he done enough? Whoa.
Again.
Hacksaw went into that steel ring post, and now Super's left all alone to handle things.
Oh boy.
There's a roll up. 1, 2, 3, head the tights, everything. You name it, they did it.
Here are your winners, the Highlanders.
The Highlanders did a great job of distracting Super Crazy, but Hacksaw played to the crowd one too many times, and in my opinion, that cost his team the win in the main event this week here on Heat.
The ladder to the tag team titles continues to go upward for the Highlanders. Cyber Sunday is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. For the coach, I'm Todd Grisham. Thanks for watching Heat. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time.
What time is it?
For our main event.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 470 pounds, Super Crazy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, we have a special rematch. This was here on Heat. I'm excited. Can't wait.
Well, last week the Highlanders defeated Hacksaw and Super Crazy by pinfall.
And making
stand
their way to
still.
the ring from Owen, Scotland, at a combined weight of 34 stone, Robbie and Rory, the Highlander.
I will say this about the Highlanders. I enjoyed it when they first came to the WWE. They were wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, so to speak. They were smiling, laughing, having a good time, just happy to be a part of the roster. Those days have long passed, haven't they?
Well, I think now that they have realized that nice guys certainly do not finish first in the WWE, and that you can have fun all you want, but at the end of the day, you've got to get W's. And in recent times, that has not been the easiest thing to do for the Highlanders.
You mentioned that nice guys not finishing first. That probably would explain why Shawn Michaels did not beat Randy Orton at Cyber Sunday.
Well, Randy Orton's on a roll right now, and he's doing whatever he can to keep that WWE Championship.
Including being disqualified purposely by hitting Shawn Michaels with a low blow in that title match at Cyber Sunday. Right now, our main event, the Highlanders taking on Super Crazy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and a rematch from last week's heat in which the Highlanders came out on top.
Wow, Super Crazy can't believe that they're yelling C. Quite frankly, neither can I.
The Mexican luchador, a fantastic in-ring performer, a high flyer, a risk taker. His English, not so good.
No, he knows a couple of words. And this crowd really into this match and getting behind Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, say what you will about Hacksaw. I know you're not his biggest fan, but
I'm not.
But the audience, no matter where we are, love it.
Yeah, they do. It's always been a love affair for a very long time with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, nice takeover there by Hacksaw as Rory goes down, but Super, wait a minute, blocking a shot. Trying for the hip toss. No, it's an arm drag by Super.
Great athletic ability and much more, I think, than many people know that he has.
Rory and Robbie used to slugging it out. That unorthodox style they have perhaps works better with a guy like Hacksaw.
Well, it could. I mean, you don't always match up well with the person that you're in the ring with.
Get off my back! I got him, baby, I got him.
Hacksaw always always letting you know what he's thinking, how he feels.
Get off my back!
Hacksaw doesn't want anybody on his back.
No.
Here you go, Craze.
And I'm not going to get on it, I'll tell you that.
Oh, you hear his nickname for Super Crazy?
What was it?
Here you go, Craze.
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 Yeah,
Not a
so
bad-
in comes
not a bad
Craze.
nickname.
Oh, a stiff shot right to the left arm of Rory McAllister. The Highlanders looking for that title opportunity. We saw this past week on Raw. They're always lurking. They're always in the mix.
Well, I think that right now, you know, that the WWE Championship and the Intercontinental Championship has been, it sets the limelight that the tag team titles have been kind of put on the back burners. And all the tag teams, including these two, would love to have those tag team titles put in the forefront.
I don't think they care where they're put as long as those titles are around their waist.
That's a good point, too.
It's been their dream since day one to one day become the WWE Tag Team Champions. They're at the top of their game right now. They're not making dumb mistakes. They're focused. They're ready. They're picking up the victories that they need. And it seems...
But this here, when Hacksaw needs to worry about getting into the match, all he's worried about is saying USA. That's what I have a problem with.
Shoulders are down, and a 2. Marty Elias, your referee in charge.
Come on, watch that. Come on, back off.
Oh, Super. Oh, no, nearly making that tag, but Rory stomping him down.
And Hacksaw making sure that he's holding on to that Tag team rope.
Oh, boy. The problem with the Highlanders when you're facing him, you think, hey, Roy just made a tag, I'm going to get a little reprieve, but Robbie brings it just as hard, and wait a minute, the leg was hooked in a 2. It's always smash and grab by the Highlanders, right in your face. They take it as good as they give it.
And the action is always scintillating. I mean, right now, I'm on the edge of my seat.
You're not impressed.
I am impressed. I'm just saying that these two are they are equally matched. So sometimes it's somewhat of a stalemate on who has the upper hand.
I can assure you at this moment, it's not Super Crazy, who continues to try to get to his corner. And he's done it! Here comes Hacksaw! Oh boy, a big cheap shot by Hacksaw in the corner.
You better pay attention no matter where you are.
Oh, just tossing Robbie aside, and look out! He's gonna get in that 3-point stance.
Oh, this one could be over.
There's that clothesline. Hacksaw for the upset win. 2, no!
Oh, just barely with the save.
Oh. And Rory saves Robbie for now.
Well, Super Crazy better get out.
And Hacksaw now locked in that corner. The referee's back's turned and Rory taking advantage. Oh, and now Hacksaw fighting both the Highlanders.
And the referee just trying to keep some sort of semblance in this match.
Dragging the big fella over to the corner. Here comes Rory now. There's an elbow. And the tables have, I shouldn't say turned, as a cover, because Hacksaw now in the exact same position that Super Crazy was in just moments ago.
And if they can continue to keep Hacksaw down, he's not a guy that competes well from a non-vertical base.
Hacksaw back to that vertical base and throwing some of the sharpest elbows in the business. Whoa! Going low was Rory, and that surprised Hacksaw.
It surprised Hacksaw, and I think Rory and Robbie right now are doing an excellent job of keeping Hacksaw in their corner and keeping him away from his partner, Super Crazy.
Well, now both Highlanders again teaming up on Hacksaw. Off the ropes and a drop kick and a beauty. Hooking the leg now, shoulders down and a 2.
Well, I mean, they're doing an excellent job here of wearing down Hacksaw. Super Crazy doing his best to keep the crowd into it, but it's not going to do much help if Hacksaw can't get the tag.
Hacksaw now going to the gut of Robbie. And Jonathan, a huge week coming up on Raw. Stone Cold Steve Austin will be in the house. And for one night only, DX will be back.
And I think that Mr. McMahon certainly has something in store for DX, who are back together for one night only. What a better place. There is not a better place for them to be together than the Staples Center in Los Angeles.
A sold-out Staples Center, as always, will greet D-Generation X, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. But Stone Cold Steve Austin will also be in attendance. What he has in store for Santino Marella, we're not sure, but I can't wait to find out.
Me too. All right, now these two teams have gone the distance. They have done everything that they can do. Who will have more?
Oh, the tag is made. Oh, a nice spinning heel kick by Super. The Craze down low now. And now some forearms to the temple of Robbie. Another kick. That may do it.
But he's not tagging him. He's not covering him, excuse me.
Oh, moonsault. 2. Wait a minute. Hacksaw came in to save the day as it was Rory that entered the ring, and now these two are going at it outside.
Can Super Crazy finish it off? Well,
Oh boy. We may have an upset brewing. Moonsault, nobody's home. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, and the high-risk maneuver does not pay off for Super
Here
Crazy.
are your winners, the Highlanders.
again, as I said, a hard-fought win, and maybe this is their start to something much bigger.
Get ready for a huge Raw this week. For Jonathan Coachman, I'm Todd Grisham. Thanks for watching Heat. Armageddon is in the books. We turn our sights to the new year and to Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Super Crazy.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 470 pounds, Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Super Crazy.
Alongside Jonathan Coachman, my name is Todd Grisham, and Coach, the 15th anniversary of Raw is in the books, Armageddon's in the books, and
me almost beating Triple H is in the books.
almost, but
If he wouldn't
not
have cheated,
quite.
he used brass knuckles.
And from Oban, Scotland, at a combined weight of 34 stone, Robbie and Rory, the Highlanders.
Well, this should be a highly competitive tag team matchup as both of these teams trying to position themselves for the new year and making 2008 their year. Because you never know what can happen as we head towards the Royal Rumble and as we head towards a brand new year.
Well, during the brand new year, the Raw on December 31st here in the United States, Triple H will face off against Ric Flair. And if Ric Flair loses, Jonathan, his career is over.
Yeah, it could be the last day of the year, could be the last day of Ric Flair's career all in one. And now this ridiculous crowd following. Oh, jeez. Does Super Crazy realize he's from Mexico?
Well, he's got it on his back. So we're gonna start out with Super Crazy going toe-to-toe with Robbie of the Highlanders. And I mentioned briefly that Raw's 15th anniversary a couple of weeks ago. On that very show, Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly became your new World Tag Team Champions. So now everyone's focus has shifted from Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch to those two.
Well, certainly there needs to be a focus. There needs to be a want to be the very best. And I think both of these teams have that want, but it's about getting that opportunity that is the problem sometimes.
Well, just 2 weeks ago here on Heat, the Highlanders lost to Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly by pinfall. That was before they were the champions, of course, but the Highlanders want another shot at those two guys, and this time it will be for the gold.
Well, this is really an electric crowd this week here on Heat. They are completely behind Super Crazy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And maybe it's because it's the holiday season. Maybe it's because, whoa, these are two likable guys, but I think the Highlanders are as well.
Nice arm drag takedown by the luchador from Mexico. And Hacksaw, showing off his Spanish there, says sí, which means yes, I believe.
Way to do your homework there, Grisham. Nice job.
And now Rory.
And they say that you wasted your college education.
Nice nip up there, and just slinging that arm and all of Rory's body weight with him. And Super Crazy, known as the high-flying luchador from Mexico, but he can get pretty nasty on the ground as well.
Well, he has the ability, no doubt about it, to get nasty, to keep his opponent where his opponent needs to be. And right now, they have become a very, very compatible tag team, and they're keeping the Highlanders from being able to tag each other in and wear them down.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan with massive hands, big arms, lots of strength. You do not want to get on Hacksaw's bad side, that's for sure.
Yeah, some would say he doesn't even have a bad side. He's such a nice guy. But you have to have a little bit of cockiness or arrogance or to be able to be successful in this business.
Well, all great athletes have that want, that need to win, do whatever it takes. And yes, Hacksaw, a very nice guy, always smiling, always happy. But when he needs to punch you in the face, he won't hesitate to do it. Blocking the left there is Super Crazy over the top rope. Great takedown.
And you talk about how he can be elusive, but how quick he can be, and he can be on the mat or he can be in the air. And I think that's what makes Super Crazy such a hard opponent to prepare for.
Whoa, boy. Super Crazy going right at the knees of Robbie. Takes him down, but not out.
What a tremendous contest to kick things off here on Heat, as we only have a week or two left here in this year. It's been a good year, an eventful year, a fun year.
Well, the first big event of 2008 will be the Royal Rumble, as it is each and every year. And one match we already know that will take place at that event. Jeff Hardy getting his shot at the WWE title.
You know, for Jeff Hardy, it is one of those days where it's going to be a long time getting there, and he's going to have to bring everything he's got, dig down deep, and bring not only his A game, but he knows it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight no matter who the WWE champion is. If it's still Randy Orton, that'll be a fight.
A cheap shot from Rory leads to a near fall from Robbie.
If it's somebody else, it's going to be a fight. But it's the first really big night of the new year. And for Jeff Hardy, it could be the biggest night of his career.
Jeff Hardy beating the game Triple H, something a lot of people didn't think he could do at Armageddon to earn that title match.
Oh, how come when somebody you don't like wins, you go, oh, but they cheated, they did this, they did that. Jeff Hardy cheated, and you don't even bring that up.
Well, how come
I'm begging you to call it down the middle.
How come when I say somebody cheated, you say you do whatever it takes to win?
No, but how come you don't bring it up? You don't bring up how he beat Triple H. Although I'm glad that he did after what Triple H did to me.
Yeah, why are you?
I'm just saying, just call it like you see it.
Well, I see right now that Hacksaw Jim Duggan's flat on his back, and Rory comes in stomping away on the big fella from upstate New York. Shoulders are down, leg is hooked in a two. Talk about cheating, by the way, at Armageddon. I know we don't like to talk about SmackDown that much. You may like to talk about it more than me.
What?
There were 3 edges in that match.
Well, they all resembled Edge, no doubt about it.
And somehow, the Rated R Superstar is your new World Heavyweight Champion, winning that triple threat match.
That is something I've always appreciated about
shoulders down.
About Edge, that he's always gone above and beyond to get the job done. And I thought it was very creative. I thought it was the right thing to do when you've got that big prize on the line.
Right. Speaking of right things to do, is it okay that Edge is swapping spit with Miss Guerrero each and every week? I mean, passionate licking of faces. I don't really know why that has to be on SmackDown.
Well, I like her personally. I've never felt like she was the most attractive. I mean, she's not on the coach's level. But hey, if that's what Edge wants to do, got him where he wanted to go.
I guess so. Whatever it takes.
We've all had those nights. Well, wait a second. Maybe you've had those nights.
Hacksaw getting up and throwing those sharp elbows. Lefts, rights. Those are haymakers, ladies and gentlemen. And whoa,
I think that was a mistake. The headbutt, and I think Hacksaw failed to realize who he was headbutting.
Oh, few people in this world have heads harder than Hacksaw. Rory apparently is one of them. And right now, Super Crazy wants to get in, but he can't because Hacksaw being dominated by the Highlanders.
Well, now Hacksaw's fighting back, and he does have a lot of fight in him. I will give him that. Despite his age, how long he's been around, he tends to dig down deep when he needs to.
Rory now throwing some bombs, and Hacksaw's upper back, the tag, and there's that chemistry that the Highlanders have. Quick tags in and out, sharing the responsibilities of dishing out beatdowns.
Well, the beatdowns now, if they continue.
Hold on, shoulders down, and that two again.
To go any longer, I think you're going to see a Highlanders victory because Super Crazy has been on the outside for a long time. Hacksaw needs to get a tag in, and he needs the tag in a hurry.
And again, Robbie slaps Rory's face. That means Rory's been called for duty. Super Crazy has to grab onto that rope there in order to make a legal tag. And Robbie goes and grabs the rope as well.
Well, now the Highlanders are just having fun. They're teasing Hacksaw a little bit, making fun of him a little bit. Oh, look at Hacksaw's face. Uglier than it is normally.
Rory trying to cut off that oxygen, but Hacksaw's got some big lungs, ladies and gentlemen. Can he get the air he needs? He's back to a vertical base, sends Rory into the turnbuckle. And again, can he get free? He can, but can't make the tag yet.
Well, I don't know which way this thing is going to go, but I think it's gone longer than either tag team would have hoped for.
Hacksaw makes the tag, and here comes the luchador. Flying crossbody. Duck in the right hand. Whoa, springboard drop kick right into the gut of Rory McAllister. Whoa, he's climbing steps, ladies and gentlemen. Flying like an eagle. The moonsault. The leg is hooked. No! Robbie intercepts. Now Hacksaw coming in and getting involved. Sending Robbie out.
Well, this thing's gotten completely out of control. You can't put your hands on a referee.
Hacksaw distracting the referee. And wait a minute. Robbie helping out Rory. Nobody home. Hacksaw couldn't make the save, and Super Crazy is pinned.
The Highlander.
Well, I got to put that loss squarely on the shoulders of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He distracted the referee, and in the process, the Highlanders were able to get Super Crazy down and keep him down. Blame Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
So after losing to Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly 2 weeks ago on Heat, the Highlanders are back in the win column after beating Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy. And as you can see, the man with the 2x4 is none too happy. Scotland rules the day.
Oh yeah, listen to that ovation for the legendary Hacksaw Jim Duggan, along with his partner, Super Crazy.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 470 pounds, the tag team of Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy. And at a combined weight of 590 pounds, the tag team of Flex and Mega.
You know, Super Crazy, the tag team partner of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but this past week on Raw, he had the opportunity to be Hornswoggle's tag team partner. Said, hey, listen, I may be super crazy, but I'm not that crazy. And instead, Mick Foley turned out to be Hornswoggle's partner, and now both Foley and Hornswoggle, after an upset win, are in the Royal Rumble match.
What a surprise this past week on Raw. We know Hornswoggle's in, we know Mick Foley's in, and we continue to count the individuals that are already in. We know Umaga's in after the big win over Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, yeah, Jim Duggan had an opportunity to be in the Royal Rumble match. Could have brought back some great memories. He won the first ever Royal Rumble match way back when. but unfortunately he'll be on the sidelines, but that has not dampened his enthusiasm because he will yell "Ho!" and USA until the day he dies.
Some of the others in already: Snitsky, Batista, Hardcore Holly, The Miz and John Morrison. The Undertaker in again this year, looking to make it 2 in a row.
Well, when you look at the favorites, I mean, you've got to talk about The Undertaker. Don't forget Kane also in the Royal Rumble match. So the big boys always have an advantage, which means Batista, you got to talk about. Umaga right in the mix. Speaking of big boys, how about Flex and Mega? My God, 590 pounds combined, but Hacksaw with a big clothesline.
I believe that is Mega that Hacksaw just dropped with the big clothesline, and now the fans calling for the luchador. Super crazy.
Well, Super Crazy's got to hope that that wasn't his only opportunity to make it in the Royal Rumble match, partnering up with Hornswoggle. There's a couple of weeks left before we head to Madison Square Garden. A lot of names still to add on that Royal Rumble list.
Super Crazy, whip into the ropes. Oh, looks like Flex just too much for Super Crazy at this moment. Oh, beautiful arm drag by Super Crazy as he now continues to control the momentum of this matchup. Him and Hacksaw looking to get back on the winning side of things here for the unlikely tag team that teamed up for the first time in October. Oh. Super Crazy, big kick. Oh, what's going on? Referee Marty Elias saw it. Todd, I think this one's over. That's an automatic disqualification.
Hey, give Marty Elias props. He saw it. It was a disqualification. You don't see it that often, but it was a good call.
Marty Elias saw it. He's going to take this opportunity to set the tone on Heat.
Oh, my God!
Oh, it looks like Hacksaw and Super Crazy are going to exact a little revenge their way. Oh, 2x4 to the midsection, now to the head. Textbook drop kick.
Here are your winners by disqualification: Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy.
Well, Super Crazy, after losing last week here on Heat to Snitsky, gets a win via disqualification over Flex and Mega. Thanks for coming, guys, and ruining your one shot to impress here on Heat by getting disqualified. Nice job.
So Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy, the crowd favorites here this week on Heat, get the job done and keep that momentum rolling here on Heat. What a tremendous tag team matchup we've got coming up as the tenacious duo from the Scottish Highlands make their way to the ring.
The following is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Oban, Scotland, at a combined weight of 34 stone, Robbie and Rory, the Highlanders.
You know, I've seen the Highlanders on ECW. They've been on SmackDown, Raw, Heat. These guys are everywhere. They love the FaceTime. Unfortunately, they're not getting the results they'd like to get. They lost to the ECW Tag Team Champions, The Miz and John Morrison, this past week on ECW. So they want to get back on the winning track against these guys.
Uh-oh, listen to this ovation for the patriotic superstar and the man from Mexico.
Super Crazy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw and Super Crazy making their way to the ring. They were victorious last week. Hacksaw looking for a great way to celebrate his birthday here this week.
Well, Hacksaw not exactly a spring chicken anymore, but much like Ric Flair, Hacksaw can still bring it. I mean, he's on every week. He's got a match every week. He's physical. He doesn't duck away from pain. He doesn't avoid contact. He's the same Hacksaw he's always been. Patriotic, loud, and strong.
Definitely a fan favorite. He's done it all here in the WWE, a career that spans over 3 decades. He's feuded with guys like Andre the Giant, Big John Studd. It's just another day at the office for good old Hacksaw.
Yeah, and as we approach the Royal Rumble, let us not forget Hacksaw Jim Duggan won the first ever Royal Rumble match. What year was that in?
Way back in 1988, 20 years ago.
I didn't think you'd know that. Nice job, Jack.
Wouldn't it have been something if Hacksaw was able to get in this year's Royal Rumble?
Well,
but
he had a shot, Royal Rumble qualifying match against Umaga. Hacksaw came up just a little bit short there, so looks like it won't be Hacksaw's year to repeat his 1988 upset, but nevertheless, Hacksaw still doing it in a big tag team contest match here on Heat.
Super Crazy for the cover, 1, 2. Almost got Robbie there. Beautiful hip toss by Super Crazy. As everybody wants to get in the Royal Rumble, Todd, you know the Royal Rumble match is one of the most coveted opportunities in the WWE. Winner gets a title opportunity at the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania.
Well, I'm sure the Highlanders still have illusions of grandeur trying to get into that Royal Rumble match. I'll never forget when it was Hawk and Animal, 1 and 2 in the Royal Rumble. The famous tag team had to square off against each other. I'm sure Rory and Robbie would love to go toe-to-toe as the first 2 entrants in this year's Royal Rumble match.
Absolutely. They had their opportunity to get in a couple weeks ago. They were not successful against Hornswoggle and Mick Foley, the cousins from the Scottish Highlands, hoping they can still get in that Royal Rumble match. As right now, they are really being manhandled by Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Super Crazy.
And Rory and Robbie, like I said, were on ECW recently. Here they're on Heat. I talked to Robbie today and said, well, are you guys on every single brand? And he told me we'll go wherever they want to fight us. So apparently this week it was Super Crazy and Hacksaw that wanted a shot at him, and they're getting it.
Oh!
Wow!
Oh, maybe some serious damage to the deltoid region there. Super Crazy as he is favoring that shoulder. Oh, look at the pain. Woo.
Wow.
Now Rory going to work. Oh, he certainly is well aware of that injury as he continues to apply the pressure. Oh, what a double team maneuver.
Yeah, Hacksaw's got to somehow get Super Crazy over to that corner to make the tag, because Crazy's in a world of hurt with that arm.
Come on, get him, Rory. I think his arm. I think his arm.
The first maneuver to damage it off the top rope was completely legal. The second move behind the referee's back, completely illegal. But it's not cheating unless you get caught.
Super Crazy is in a world of pain right here. He needs to make a tag to Hacksaw. Big slam by Robbie. Oh, double axe handle. 1, 2. This one almost over.
Well, all good athletes, superstars, can overcome adversity, and right now, Super Crazy's got a full plate of it as that left arm, or left shoulder, left elbow, whatever it is nearly completely incapacitated, and that man had just done the trick there.
Cover, 1. Super Crazy finding the strength to kick out. Talking about guys that want to get into the Royal Rumble. Super Crazy's Royal Rumble dreams might end right here, right now, if he sustains any more damage. You know, Todd, the Royal Rumble's such a pivotal event. 15 of the 17 Royal Rumble winners have been world champions at one point in their career. It really speaks to the greatness of the Royal Rumble winners.
Basically, you're getting a title shot if you win it. So if you were to win the Royal Rumble match, you go on to headline WrestleMania, you get a shot at either the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. So those are pretty good odds that you may win the thing.
Follow me on this one. Last year, The Undertaker wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania to win the World Heavyweight title. 2006, Rey Mysterio wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to win the World Heavyweight title. 05, Batista, you guessed it, wins the Royal Rumble, wins the World Heavyweight title. You see a trend?
Yeah, nice homework, Jack. You could have just said the last 3 winners went on to win the title, but thanks for wasting 30 seconds of our lives. Super Crazy, though, close to making that tag.
Oh!
Make no bones about it. He has to make the tag. He's not going to be able to win this by himself. That arm's done.
Oh, I was hoping during my diatribe there, Super Crazy would find a way to stop the damage. That may have been what he was looking for right there. Hacksaw telling his luchador teammate, come on. And he gets there. Here comes the birthday boy. Oh, big clothesline from Hacksaw. Big scoop slam. Down with authority. Hacksaw really feeling it. Setting up for the legendary three-point stance. If he hits this, it's all over. He does. Tag to Super Crazy.
I don't know about this. Why would you bring back in Super Crazy?
Beautiful standing moonsault.
That's why. It's over.
Game, set, match.
Here are your winners, Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy.
So on his birthday, Hacksaw in the gift-giving mood by allowing Super Crazy to come in, hit the moonsault, and get the victory. Nice teamwork by the Luchador and the Patriot.
Make it 2 in a row for Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy, a team that is turning a few heads here in the WWE. Look out for them.
You gotta wonder what the Highlanders are thinking right now. They lose on ECW, they lose now on Heat. I think these guys need to pick a brand, stay on it, do their homework, and get some results. Welcome to Heat alongside Josh Matthews. My name is Todd Grisham, and here comes Hacksaw.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Glens Falls, New York, weighing in at 270 pounds, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You know, it's going to be a fantastic show when we start things out with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And Hacksaw, I think, has just gone against everything that he's stood for the past 25 years.
I mean, the bad blood between America and Canada, the wars we've been through, the border issues we've got.
I am super.
Maybe not. Oh, that's Mexico. And here comes Super Crazy.
Introducing his tag team partner from Tulancingo, Hidalgo, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, Super Crazy.
Well, Super Crazy came down to the ring with a Mexican flag around his body, and he's going to switch to Canada, too.
I think this is part of the North American Free Trade Agreement that once a year, a Mexican and an American have to pretend to be Canadian.
Much love to our neighbors to the north.
And making their way to the ring, the tag team of Charlie Haas and from the Highlanders, Robbie.
So Charlie Haas and Robbie will have to team up here in this match, and they don't look like they're very comfortable with one another.
Now, the only good thing for Charlie Haas and Highlander Robbie is that they're both tag team wrestlers. They both work better with a teammate, and I think that they'll get into a groove quicker and easier than will Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Super Crazy.
Well, all four of these competitors have something to prove this week, because last week here on Heat, they were all losers. Cade Lee pinned Super Crazy, Snitsky beat Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Shad beat Charlie Haas. I mean, the list goes on and on.
I think that's it. I think that's the end of the list.
Oh, and actually, no, Robbie lost too.
Okay, so that's the end of the list.
Yeah, there you go. I was just trying to save time. I guess Hacksaw's not going to do the USA chant here, considering we are in the Great White North. It's Canada, and what a week it's been for our superstars, capped off by that amazing Raw in Toronto.
No question about it. Raw was absolutely amazing. I mean, we saw JBL sending a message to John Cena. I think William Regal is sending a message to everyone on Raw, SmackDown, ECW. Doesn't matter who you are. William Regal feels that he's the king of the entire WWE.
Robbie knows firsthand about messages being sent by JBL. He was the victim of the wrestling gods onslaught 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and D.H. Smith this past week. Here's the thing, I mean, you said that Hacksaw Jim Duggan can't chant USA because we're in Canada. I don't think that Charlie Haas has a mask because it was put up for auction last week, right, by Crime Time?
That's true, but as we've seen in the past, Charlie has plenty of masks to go around. But hopefully for him, he won't need to put it on, as Robbie doing okay so far. Here starting this match off until that hip toss. And clothesline. And another clothesline.
Well, it makes me wonder if Charlie Haas should put the mask on right now.
Hacksaw letting you know that he's got him, baby. And now Charlie Haas gets his first piece of action and immediately gets thrown to the mat. So Charlie Haas, a former tag team champion with Shelton Benjamin, who is now part of the ECW crew, hasn't had the success he'd like as a singles competitor. Let's see if he can get it done in this tag team match.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of bedfellows Charlie Haas and Highlander Robbie make.
Wait a minute, we're in Canada. They don't do that here.
They don't have tag team wrestling matches?
They're not bedfellows, I don't think. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan watching his partner Super Crazy come in like gangbusters, monkey flip, Haas is on his back, and Super Crazy, the Mexican luchador, who likes to take risks. Whoa!
That was awesome. Super Crazy basically did a handstand on the top rope there, got his wits about him, and now Super Crazy, was almost in control.
No one home for that flying crossbody, and Haas with a stiff shot right to the ribs.
Charlie Haas, a consummate tag team wrestler, knew to get out of this match, to get Highlander Robbie in. That's tag team wrestling 101. Keep your opponent in the ring, keep yourself fresh, and you basically, that's the recipe for victory in tag team wrestling.
Cover now from Robbie, shoulders down in a 2 count, and Josh Judgment Day right around the corner. We know about several big matches. The most recent we found out about is that Chris Jericho, Y2J, will face off against the Heartbreak Kid.
I think the big question is Shawn Michaels injured or not? Chris Jericho definitely believes that Shawn Michaels' knee is not injured from Shawn's match at Backlash with Batista. And now I have to question it, considering that Shawn Michaels popped off a picture-perfect Sweet Chin Music this past week on Raw.
Well, Shawn Michaels has been around long enough to know you save your energy for the right moment. You strike while the iron is hot. That's all he had to do in that match. One move, one Sweet Chin Music, and it was over. But you saw walking down the ramp and going up the ramp as the shoulders are down here to know that Shawn Michaels is hurt.
Now you took the words right out of my mouth. Shawn Michaels was limping down to the ring. I'm not going to accuse anyone of pretending to be hurt or not being hurt. But I don't know if Shawn is hurt or not, judging by that Sweet Chin Music that Shawn hit this past week on Raw, allowing HBK and Y2J to be victorious in their tag team match against The Miz and John Morrison.
Well, I think the more fair question is not is he hurt, but how bad is Shawn Michaels hurt? He may not be hurt bad enough to the point where he can't beat Y2J. We don't know that, but we will find out at Judgment Day.
Can't wait for that one. Can't wait to find out if Shawn Michaels is hurt. I'm going to ask the question, is he or isn't he? Hopefully we're going to find out at Judgment Day.
Well, according to Chris Jericho, regardless of whether HBK is hurt or not, by the end of that match, Shawn Michaels will be in a lot of pain. Speaking of that, Charlie Haas, known for the Haas of pain, inflicting some damage here on Super Crazy.
Kind of like a dragon sleeper here by Charlie Haas. He's got that one arm locked up of Super Crazy.
And Super may be out here. That's one. Well, maybe he's okay. He lifted his arm by himself that time. Super Crazy trying to get back on his feet. And he does. And a couple of stiff shots right to the jaw of Haas. Whoa. Full Nelson by Charlie Haas out of nowhere.
All the torque right now is being applied by Charlie Haas. Super Crazy went for that body scissors. Probably was going to go for a roll up there. Nice counter, beautiful counter by Charlie Haas.
And now down on one knee, and it looked like Super was getting his second win, but instead it's Haas taking control here, or is he?
Super Crazy powered out before. Can he do it again?
Oh my! And it's Saguri, and Haas goes head over heels.
The only bad thing for Super Crazy is that Charlie Haas is in between Super Crazy and Hacksaw, but not for long.
Hacksaw reaching out, asking for some support from this capacity Canadian crowd. Here comes Robbie, here comes Hacksaw, and the big boy in blue gets the first shot in.
And the two brawlers in this match right now are the legal men in Highlander Robbie and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
And Robbie going on a ride that he doesn't want to go on, followed up by a slam. Hacksaw going for the win.
This is it.
And Haas comes in, and so does Super Crazy, and
it's breaking down on heat.
our referee needs to get control here. Super Crazy springboard, backflip, and Haas, who's not moving.
But the two legal men are Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Highlander Robbie.
And back. Big back body drop there from Hacksaw. Three-point stance. Clothesline connects. Robbie's down, and he may be out. This match is over.
Here are your winners, Super Crazy and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Super Crazy provided the spark with the springboard moonsault on the outside, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan picked up the scraps. We're just getting started here, Todd. This is awesome.
So the man who likes to chant USA teams up with a Mexican to win in front of this Canadian crowd. Can't we all just get along? North America gets the win.